Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this great opportunity and honor to get involved the commitment of actions. Well, before I left for Paris, people asked me, why you go to Paris? I say, for the climate change conference. They say, are you crazy? You got so much work in China, you are here and there talking about climate change. Anything wrong with you? In China, when people not happy about what I'm doing, they say, this is a crazy Jack. They call me alien or ET from other planet. Well, I think this is what I really think it's so important for today for the human beings. Last week in Beijing, the smog was so terrible. And these years, when I see so many of my relatives and friends lying in the hospital because of the environment, because of the cancers, and I wish I were the person from the other planet. I want to go back to that planet. But we only have one Earth. We only have one world. We have to come here to discuss. It's not the problem of the politicians sitting down debating. It's the problem of everybody. If we don't work together, something worse is coming. 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, I went to learn to swim in a lake. Almost to die in that lake because the water was so deep. But 5 years ago, I went there. The lake was dry, no water there. You know, most of the Chinese people, what kind of pictures they share on the social medias every day? Blue skies. People feel so excited when they see the blue sky in Beijing, in Shanghai. They immediately share on the social media and say, we see the blue skies. I believe 50 years later, our kids will ask, Daddy, what is an elephant? What is a koala? What is a tiger? We may lose all of them, just like we lost the dinosaurs. And J.F. Kennedy said, the problem is caused by human beings, and we have to solve the problems by ourselves. The environment problems are caused by us, and we have to solve problems ourselves. I think our generation benefits so much from the energy consumptions, and our generation will also suffer from it. And our generation should take most of the efforts to solve this problem. And people say, well, Jack, if you focus on that, we don't have the development, we don't have the economic growth. And I would say, as a business people, where is the opportunity? The opportunity always lies in the place where people have a lot of complaints. The big problem is, the larger opportunity is. And innovation is always done because of the pressures. I remember 6 years ago, in our company, the young engineers are sitting there. They said, for every 10 transactions on e-commerce on a platform, we are going to use the energy that can burn 4 eggs. So I say, okay, guys, think about it. How can we reduce it? How can we do e-commerce by burning 4 eggs, finish 10 transactions? 5 years passed. We work at a solution that only the energy we use, only 1 egg. The young people using very innovative ways to define the deep water, the reservoir, the bottom of the cove, using the natural water to cool down the servers. And I think this is the opportunity. Today, if you cannot afford, if you have to do it, why not do it earlier? If you do it earlier and share with the others, make it a standard. Today, the technology we have about using as little resources as possible, as little energy as possible to run our operations become the competitive advantage of us. Well, people say the development and protect the earth is contradictory. I never agree with that. I think do the right things and do things right should never be contradictory. And I think in the past 20 years, we have this kind of conferences for over 20 times. What happened? We got more and more worse problems. Because we should not only debating, we should always find a real solution. We should take actions. So it's not a problem, also your problem, my problem. You should take more responsibility. I should take more responsibility. It should be a joint effort together. It should be government, business leaders, scientists working together. This is the only way human beings should learn working together. If the earth is sick, nobody is going to be healthier. So today we are here not to come to get just an agreement. We are coming here to find a solution. We are coming here to find a way that we can protect our kids, protect this environment, and meanwhile, we have a sustainable economic growth. I tell you that I learned so much from the United States. There's a prominent organization called the Nature Conservancy, the TNC. The way I learned, we come back, I invited the 40 business leaders of China. We bought a big land of protect the forest, because that forest helping breathe the pandas. Because we asked the farmers, please stop cutting the trees using highways. But farmers said we have to survive because we have to cut the trees in order to survive. So we said, if we've discovered a lot of wild bees, they produce the honeys. So we start to produce the honeys, sell online, make more money than the money they make for the cutting the trees. So I think if we can work in better way, the business leaders can always find a way that is philanthropy hard, but business way. This is what we believe. So this is a war that we cannot afford to lose, because if we lose the war, nobody is going to win. The first technology of revolution released the power of the physical body of the human beings. The second technology revolution released the people can go further. And now this is the technology of IT. This technology of IT, which I call the data technology, is going to release the human brains. We have to do things in a different ways. If we continue to do the way that we did in the past 30 years, we are going to not only kill ourselves, we are going to kill our kids altogether. So in the past 200 years, knowledge plus energy, that human beings start to see the outside world. People can never imagine 200 years ago, because of the energy, people go to the moons. But I think in next 30 years, we have to figure out a way that how we can see the inside world. In the past 200 years, we do anything, try to get as much resources as possible, try to get as much things to improve ourselves as possible. So I believe wisdom, the knowledge makes people smart. And when you're smart, you know what do you want. But this next 20 years, the wisdom will teach us what we should give up. Only we know what we should not have, then we can survive. So the human being is moving from IT to DT, IT technology to data technology. The difference between IT and a DT, IT is to empower yourself. DT is to empower the others, making sure the others are more powerful, making sure the other people benefit more, making sure the other people cannot lose and should not lose. So this is the war that we should be working together, all kinds of people, every generation, every races, every countries working together to solve the problem. And this is the war against the human weakness. And we believe we have no choice. All the people working together, using your knowledge, using your wisdom, using everything you can. Do not ask what you can benefit from it. Ask what you can do for it. So this is, I think, it's a great opportunity. Over 140 nations gathering here today is not to get agreement, is to get the actions. And today, here, I'm very honored to announce that Alibaba, our colleagues, the young generation, with our technology, we will be very honored to join the force, to join the Third World War. As I say, the First World War is because of the first technology. The Second World War is because of the second technology. This is the Third World War, the war against the poverty, the war against the climate change, the war against the disease. Because if we do not working hard together, the world will lose, everybody die. So we are very honored together with you, together with the young people, and together with you, the technology we have. Thank you very, very much. My honor.